I swear by the ocean and the wind that carries the scent of salt and fish, this story is true. It was told to me by my grandmother, and she heard it from hers. In our village of Sangamaa, nestled between the mangroves and the great blue sea, there was once a fisherman named Kofi, who found a baby by the shore. No one knew where the child came from, but the sea had been restless the night before, and some believed he was a gift from the spirits. Others whispered that he was an omen. Kofi was a kind man, and though he had no wife or children of his own, he took the baby home. He named him Kojo and raised him as a son. The boy grew strong and quick, but there was something about him that was different. He never fell ill like other children, and when he played in the water, it was as if the waves embraced him like an old friend. Even the fish in the shallows did not dart away from his feet. As Kojo became a young man, strange things began to happen. He would often wake up to find his bed soaked with seawater, even though he had not left his hut. Some villagers claimed they saw a figure, a woman with long, flowing hair and skin that shimmered like the scales of a fish, watching him from the rocks when he fished at dawn. The elders warned Kofi to be careful, for the sea never forgets what belongs to it. Then, on the night of the full moon, it happened. Kojo had gone to the shore alone, unable to sleep, drawn by something he did not understand. The villagers, woken by the sound of the tide roaring unusually loud, gathered to see what was amiss. And there she was, a woman standing in the shallows, her eyes glowing in the moonlight, her lower body vanishing into the foam. She called Kojo's name in a voice both human and not, filled with sorrow and longing. Kofi ran to his son, gripping his arm, but Kojo's body was already changing. His feet melted into the water, his skin shimmered with silver, and his breathing slowed as if he belonged in the sea. The woman, his mother, opened her arms, and Kojo hesitated. The village elders muttered incantations, and the women clutched their children, afraid. But Kojo turned back to Kofi, his human father, and spoke with tears in his eyes. You raised me as your son, and I love you as a father, but the sea calls me home. I do not belong to the land. Kofi's grip loosened, his eyes filled with grief but also understanding. He nodded, and with that, Kojo stepped into the waves, his body fully merging with the sea. The mermaid mother wept as she held him, and together, they disappeared beneath the surface. The ocean calmed, and dawn broke with a silence that the village had never known. From that day on, Kofi never fished again. He would sit by the shore, speaking to the waves, and sometimes, just sometimes, the villagers swore they saw a young man rise from the water, watching over the father who had once saved him. Years passed, and Kofi grew old. His once strong hands, calloused from years of fishing, trembled with age, yet he never failed to visit the shore. One evening, as the sun bled into the horizon, turning the sea to gold, the tide carried something unusual to his feet, a paw, smooth and perfect, unlike any found in their waters. The villagers gasped, for they knew what it meant. The sea had not forgotten Kofi's love. On the night of another full moon, when the waves sang their ancient songs, Kofi's hut remained empty. The villagers searched for him, calling his name, but there was no answer. Only his footprints led to the water's edge, where they vanished into the tide. Some say the sea had claimed him, that the mermaid mother had taken him to be with his son. Others believe he simply walked into the waves, knowing Kojo would be waiting for him. Days after Kofi's disappearance, the village found something strange by the shore. A wooden carving, smoothened by the tide, lay nestled in the sand. It was a fisherman with a child in his arms, holding him close. The elders took it as a sign, a message from the depths that the bond between father and son remained unbroken. From then on, the villagers placed offerings by the water, whispering prayers for their lost ones, believing that the sea, though vast and mysterious, still held love for those who respected it. And so, the people of Sangamaa still tell the tale of the mermaid who found her human son, and the father who loved him so dearly that even the ocean, vast and unyielding, could not keep them apart forever.